All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to jump into something interesting.
Well, today we're tackling something you guys sent us, and it's a fascinating one, really. Politics, age, leadership, all the good stuff.
A real potent mix there.
Right. So someone sent us this snippet of a proposed podcast script. It's called, get this, Trump, the oldest president elected in the United States. Catchy, huh?
Yeah, definitely grabs your attention. And it gets right to the point. Trump's 2016 win was, well, unprecedented for a lot of reasons.
Exactly. Not just the political landscape, but the age thing too, right? The guy was 70 when he took office. Oldest president ever elected.
The script really digs into that, how it was a total shock to the system. And not just because he was older, but he'd never held office before. No political experience, zero, zip.
Like nobody saw it coming. It's wild to think about it now, but it really flipped American politics on its head. It's like the script says, after that, anything felt possible.
Totally. And that's where things get even more interesting. The script talks about how Trump's win sparked all these questions, these theories, like what really happened?
Right. People trying to make sense of it. Like,
Yeah.
was it some grand plan? Did people underestimate him?
Totally. There's this one part that mentions speculation about, get this, powerful media figures, maybe even manipulating public opinion. It was like people started questioning everything.
That whole fake news thing, yeah, really took off around that. It's like straight out of a movie, right?
Yeah.
Hidden agendas, the outsider candidate, nobody believes in him except the voters.
And he definitely tapped into something, that's for sure. The script talks about how Trump connected with specific groups, people who felt like the system wasn't working for them, like they didn't have a voice.
Yeah, that whole drain the swamp message, I think his age played into that. Like maybe people saw him as outside the system. You know what I mean?
Could be right. He wasn't the typical politician. But then there's the other thing. The script highlights this too. Trump's image. He was 70, but he always projected this energy, this resilience. Like he was never fazed by anything.
Oh, yeah, totally. Especially on social media. He
Yeah.
just deflect any criticism, turn it around, keep pushing his message. It was constant.
Right. So was that all strategy, carefully planned, or was it just Trump being Trump? That's just how he is. I think the script leans towards a bit of both, and that's what made him so hard to predict, so fascinating to watch.
Unpredictable, yeah, for sure. And, it got me thinking, this age thing with Trump, it wasn't just him. It was happening all over the world. Like Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin. These guys were all solidifying their power around the same time.
That's true. You've got a whole generation of leaders who've been in power for decades, so it really makes you wonder, right? Does age equal wisdom in leadership, or does it lead to stagnation? I mean, is there a point where maybe fresh perspectives are needed?
Big questions, right? And the script ends with a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It mentions that Trump might try to get back into politics.
Oh, yeah, and that age thing, it'll be a huge factor. Love him or hate him, the guy's a disruptor, right? He changed the game. And his age, it's a big part of his story, how it all plays out.
Absolutely. So we talked about age and leadership, its impact on American politics, and the enigma that is Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
But this goes even deeper, right? What about the future?
That's the thing, isn't it? If this trend of older leaders keeps going, what happens next? Do we see a change in how leadership works, maybe more focus on long-term thinking? Or does it create an opening for younger generations to step up and shake things up?
Wow, I never thought about it like that. So much to consider. That's the beauty of these deep dives, always something new to uncover. Thanks for joining us on this one, folks. Keep those brains buzzing.